How's your pre-season been, Max? It feels like you were slow getting into it. What were you sort of working through, and how's it feel now to be a bit more involved?
Yeah, it's been good to get back into the main group, to be honest. Missed a little bit of the pre-season training before Chrissy, so now I'm back with the main group. I'm stoked to be part of it. I feel like I've got a lot fitter in that rehab time, a lot stronger, so I think that's going to hold me in good stead, hopefully. So I'm excited to see where we'll go this year.
What were you mainly working through?
Oh, just a few niggles, nothing seriously, just a little bit of a sore knee, but that's come good now, which is the main thing.
You obviously had a sort of injury-riddled back end to last season. Was that kind of the flow-on effects of that, and how did you manage to get yourself right off the back of those injuries?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were related at all, but I was very fortunate to have a really caring and good, rehab group that know exactly what they're doing there. So I was really thankful to Tim Duncan and the boys in there that have, Duncan Kellaway. Those boys really know what they're talking about, and they got me back on track as fast as they could. So it was good.
Spent a bit of time through the midfield last year, Max. Is that something you'd like to see happen again, or you're pretty solid in the background there?
No, I'd like to think, hopefully in the future I can, progress up into, forward or midfield. But I think at the moment I'm training in the defenders group, so it's probably where you can expect to see me at the start of this year.
With Dan out, is that something, Dan Curtin obviously, is that something you'd potentially look at just for the first part of the year, playing a bit of a switch hitter role at times?
As in me, myself?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not too sure. That's obviously still pretty recent news. But I doubt whether I'll go onto the wing. There hasn't been any talk about that so far. But, if the coaches do decide to pull a string like that, I'm more than happy to do it, and it'll be a great challenge. So, excited to see what happens from there. But hoping Dan gets back as soon as he can.
Does something like that come up in your exit interview about your positional versatility going forward?
Yeah, of course. When you're having those, interviews, you're always thinking about what's next and what you can improve on. And I think that's a glaring thing in my game that I want to improve on, is being able to be versatile, move up the ground and be more damaging. So both the coaches and myself identified that, and hopefully in the future, we can progress up to the ground.
In terms of what you've seen out on the track, mate, who's impressed you this summer?
Geez, the list goes on, to be honest, but I think the glaring one, and he's been getting a fair bit of media time as well, is Josh Rachele. His move into the midfield's been super damaging. You saw in the match simulation last week where he kicked 4 goals and had 20-odd touches, and I think he's one to watch this year. He's definitely going to be a dangerous player, but even Hugh Bond down back, I think he's taken some massive strides in his game, where he's really brought that offensive game into his own, and I'm excited to see how he goes as well.
What have you seen specifically from Rash that is perhaps different this pre-season to where he was 12 months ago?
Well, he's worked really hard on both his body and his skills, but he's super strong in the gym. I don't know if you guys saw, but he benched up to 150 kilos, which is pretty crazy for someone his height and weight. He's running really well, and then something that's always been part of his game is his elite foot skills. So having him around the footy and him distributing through the midfield's been something that we've been working on this this pre-season, and hopefully he can dominate this year.
How about his mindset? What changes have you seen there? He's spoken about how in the past he probably put himself at times ahead of the team, and he's really shifted that, and Nixie talks about him as a future leader now. So what changes have you seen off field from him as well?
Yeah, well, just maturity. As time's gone on, he's got older and he's learned a few things, and as he touched on, and Nixie touched on, he's a real leader of our footy club now. So when he talks, boys listen, and he's a real role model for the young boys because he's got elite training standards and knows the game plan back to front. So he's someone that we lean on for advice, and he's going to be a leader long term.
What about yourself, Max? Is that something that you aspire to see on the cards, this year or in coming years, leadership group?
Yeah, I'm not really putting a focus on joining the leadership group. I'm not really too fussed about that, but just developing as a leader and developing as a human being as well. Bringing what I can both on the field and off the field to this group's something that I'm trying to pride myself on, and something that I'm always trying to improve.
Max, we saw Sid Draper participate in some drills last week, but was back on light duties today. How's he tracking in terms of his recovery and getting back into the main group?
Yeah, really good. Obviously, he's getting managed a little bit. It's a big workload, especially in the pre-season, but thankfully he's starting to come good now, and I'm pretty excited to see what he's going to bring this year as well.
Do you think he'll be ready for trial matches?
I'm honestly not across all the details of his injury, but I hope so.
Is there some clarity around what his injury is? I mean, I feel like there's a bit of mystery around what's going on, if it's just management, if there's something specific there.
No, I think it's a little bit of management. I won't go into the details because I actually don't really know him, to be honest. So I'll leave that for the club to kind of put a statement out if they feel the need to. But yeah, main thing's just with City, making sure he's okay, and hopefully, yeah, he comes good soon.
We saw young Tom McGraw was out there this morning, sort of saying bye to a few of your boys. Is that one of the sadder, harder bits about footy, when guys have to move on and they've been with the group for a little bit? Yeah,
of course, because you build a genuine connection with guys like that. You know what Tommy brought to the footy club in just a short time. You know, he's a real positive guy and a real, I guess, bright light. So yeah, it's sad to see him go, and we wish him all the best in his future endeavours. But yeah, he's a great guy, and I'm sure we'll be in contact long term.
What do you make of Zach Foot, who's been training with you?
Again, yeah, he's a mature ager, and yeah, he's actually got that really good quick foot speed and breaks lines, stuff that we're looking for. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he brings, and hope whether he gets the list spot or he doesn't. We're excited either way, and yeah, he's a great guy off the field as well.
How much chat has there been from Dawes today after his heroics out at the on the cricket pitch?
Oh yeah, he'll tell you all about it. If he was up here right now, he'd be telling everyone about the hat-trick that he got last night. But yeah, it's a good, I guess, little team bonding thing that the boys do at the moment. I was a part of it last year, got the boot, wasn't quite performing. So no, again, yeah, it's a good thing that we do away from the club, brings us all together, and yeah, creates good memories like that.
How much does that, something like that, when Nixie or players talk about the culture that this group's built through the rebuild and you know, over the last few years, how much can something like that contribute to the bonds and everything you've been able to create culturally?
Yeah, well, in my opinion, I think it's huge. As a footy club, you want to be tight, you want to be best mates, and you want to look after each other away from footy as well. And I feel like that's a real strength of our group at the moment. We're not just teammates, we're not just colleagues. We actually care for one another genuinely outside of the game as well. So I think that's what's pushing us in the right direction at the moment, and it's making it a great environment to be around. You know, it's fun to come into training each day. You get to see your mates, and you know, you get to put in the hard work together. So yeah, it's definitely a real strength of our group and something that I'm extremely happy to be a part of.
And you still think that, even though you've been dropped from the 11?
From the 11, yeah. Well, that's Tex's decision, so I might have to have a stern word to him.
You touched on the leadership aspect before. Does that become more prevalent? Obviously, last year we touched on how young the backline was, but now without Brody Smith back there, it is a very young backline. Does that sort of entice you to take on that leadership role even more?
I suppose so. You know, it's not something that I need to push myself into and make sure I'm the main man down there. It's nothing like that. It's just I just want to strive to be the best teammate I can. So whether that be giving advice where advice needs to be given or pushing standards where that needs to be pushed, I'm more than happy to be that guy, and something that I'm trying to develop as well. So it's something that's going to come steadily, and hopefully I'll get there in the end. But yeah, hopefully just keep improving on myself and helping my teammates where I can.
How do you reflect on your first taste of finals footy?
Well, obviously the results didn't go the way we wanted it to, but it was a real learning curve for us. You know, it's a real experience, and you talk about that a lot through the industry. Not playing finals, I guess it wasn't really an excuse at all. But yeah, now that we've got that experience, we know what to expect, and I won't go into hopefully playing finals this year, but that's something that we're striving to do, obviously.
Justin Reid departing, that's obviously a blow for the club, but the list seems like it's in a really good place. You must be pleased with the amount of talent and development and potential that's out on the track at the moment as you head into the new year.
Yeah, 100%. It's exciting, to be honest. Even the young boys that we just drafted, Mitch Marsh and Archie Ludowick, and even Indy Cotton, he was around a little bit last year, but you know, those three have been extremely impressive. They're obviously quite wiry young fellas who are putting on weight pretty quickly this pre-season already, but I'm excited, to be honest. We've put a good young group. We're all really good mates, as we touched on earlier, and yeah, I'm excited to see where we're going to go.
How was the Bockus Juniors game that you got to in the off-season?
Yeah, it was a great experience over there. Obviously, a few of the Crows boys come with me. Completely different crowd, that's for sure. They didn't allow any of the away fans in, so we didn't have a choice but to support the Bockers. But yeah, it was a cool experience nonetheless.
How's it compared to Adelaide Oval?
It's different, but the Crows fans are definitely better.